sitting on a 1:43.5, which is his last lap. So Mudgee got some pace. Aaron Enright.
I think we're back.
1:43.4. So he had a great lap.
So if you've just joined us again, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are suffering from a little bit of connection issue here and there. I hope you continue to follow the action going on, but yeah, if it didn't come across on the live on the stream there, we see Glenn Dewar back in third position after a little bit of runoff down into the back straight there and letting Mitch Campbell and Mark Mudgee pass. And we pick it up on, what lap are we on at the moment, boys?
Currently done 3 laps, Davo, as they just cross the line here. Just noticing Mudgee and Mitch just starting to just shrink ahead a little bit from Glenn. He's let them sort of get away just a smidge. We are live viewers. We do apologise for the technical difficulties that we are experiencing.
Yes.
We will endeavour to keep the stream running live as much as we can.
Absolutely. Yeah, so that's, but still, the same 4 guys in those same 4, like in the top 4 there. Aaron Enright, who we knew was going to be quick here, definitely holding his own, just waiting to pick up any crumbs there just behind. Aaron Enright's there doing a fantastic job. Jeff Burson fifth, Nick McIndoe sixth, Vaughan Martins, Lucas Sard, Fardado in 9th, and Melling in 10th. Looking fantastic in the Castrol car.
Big move for the lead position there from Mudgee with a really sort of an aggressive sort of lunge down the inside
and he's
of
going
Mudgee
again.
there. I
And
was just going to say that we'd seen Mudgee in this position before, out front defending like that.
And look at him, he's so close. He almost makes.
Here he goes.
Oh, he's gone deep.
The slightest bit of contact maybe on the back of Mitchie's, but he's allowed him.
Yeah.
They haven't rotated.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I was just thinking a bump and run, as you mentioned, the slightest contact on the back of Mitchie's bumper there, John, but we'll let that slip. We're only here to commentate.
Yeah, that's it. We just see a bit of a replay on this, actually, guys, from the helicam. Glenn Dewar can rub his hands together there and see these boys. Oh, yeah, like you said, just maybe a little bit of a bump there. But aren't these guys, no love lost here. These guys are on it.
Yes, no love lost there, and of course we kind of missed the Mitchie overtake on Mudgee. Possibly a bit of like, well, hey, you know, this is what you did to me. Maybe I'll just give it back to you. So we just there can be that we don't pick up on, can't there? Yeah.
I think one's done that to someone, but it might be a return to serve. But look at that, those top 4 broken away, and I'm cheering for my old neighbour Aaron in that red 96 car behind Glenn Dewar. He's staying with this leading bunch. Mitchie's staying up high, looking for a different line there, Mudgee. Got offline compared to the other line.
Look, that is a tight battle, isn't it?
I think this is going to go all the way, these guys. It's great, like you say, John, to see Aaron actually, you know, up there matching these guys lap for lap and staying with this pack. So
for sure,
let's hope he can keep that there for the rest of the race. It'd be really great to see him on the podium.
How tight is it though? Like
at the moment, Davo, that's freaking tight.
Mate, it doesn't get. There's not even half a car length between them sometimes.
That's under a second, or about 1 second, covering those 4 cars. That's it.
Yeah,
they look close, don't they? It's hard to focus on that. But behind, they've got the Jeffro choo-choo train. Look at the cars stacked up behind him. There's McIndoe, Vaughan Martin, Lucas Sard, I don't know, they're all there. Looking for the same kind of mistake from one of the leading drivers to, you know, just capitalise and sneak by.
Yes, and we do love our trains.
Oh, do we?
That we do.
Super tight battle up front between these four guys. Look, I jumped on the Mitchie Campbell wagon last week. I do like this young fella. Is he a young fella? I just presume he is. He's a great one in the comms box. He comes across very well spoken. He has a lot to say. He races really well, but then I've always been good mates with Mudgee. So go Mudgee.
Go Aaron.
You're really gonna have to work for this. John Boy's on the Aaron wagon. No one's supporting the Camry car here tonight.
Under and over.
As we look out at, oh my God.
Way too many goals. Look, Aaron Enright's going to look to sit back and capitalise on this. He'll get the road Glenn might get bottled up here a bit.
Yeah, so out of the front of Glenn, out of the helmet of Glenn Dewar, and look what's unfolding in front of him. We can even go back one, because look how close Enright is. Look at the trade in front of Enright's car here.
Yeah, great view from Aaron's car there.
Mitch again.
Is he going to push through the buckets, or is he
Dewar
just
back in
hoping?
front.
Oh, here we go. As Mudgee makes the big error.
Just like that, the whole top four changed.
In an instant.
Completely, in a heartbeat. Aaron Enright sitting on the podium.
As we just pick up the replay on that, actually, guys, when they're running less than a half a car length between them, it's bound to be a little bit snaky. We see Mitch Campbell making the move on Mudgee. Oh, a bit of a touch here, a bit of a touch there, and then Gleno just goes, thanks, I'll take that back. And that puts
yeah, and it's a little bit unfortunate that Mitchie's sort of just put Mudgee sideways there, hasn't he, through that turn, allowing Gleno to just slip through on both, mate.
Yeah.
Aaron onto the podium straight away.
Oh, it's not over yet, as you can see. I think that's, Mudgee. Oh, yeah, coming back at. He wants that position back. Oh, and a little bit of hip and shoulder. Maybe a little there.
Yeah, he's letting his intentions be known, isn't he?
I don't think it's over yet, though. Oh, definitely not.
So while that's going on, just up the front, that train behind, we saw Jeff Burst, the leader of the 2-2 train. He's just gone back in carriage. Nick Nicando has slipped through. You can see him just advancing a little bit further ahead now.
Yes.
Nick's last lap, 1:44.1. Jeff Rowe's last lap, 1:45.1. So he lost that 1 second. You can see it on track. In fact, the cars behind Jeff Rowe, all in the 1:44s. So bad lap for Jeff Rowe, whether that was part of that Nicando pass.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting to note that, just after getting past McIndoe.
Sorry, it's on to get up the front.
Oh, yeah, I don't think it's stopped. Oh! And Mudgee down the outside of Enright, going deep. Oh, we've got to get a little bit of a quickie on that.
Enright and clear. Now, what can he do in clear air? Mudgee's just run wide, way off.
We do love our quickies. We do love our quickies, Dave, as we just catch what's happened there.
So we're just
Mudgee drifting well wide.
Sorry, while this is all going on, I'll just keep you informed about what's actually happening as this carries on.
So that
Nicando is actually ranged right up on all this now.
Definitely. Now, I just sort of read what was going on there. That looks like Mitch Campbell actually redressing Mudgee.
Right.
There down the straight. Now, Mudgee went wide at the end of the replay there, and Mitch now back past. So, whoa.
And these two tangling, they've just allowed Gleno and also Aaron now
to
just
range
sort
out,
of
yeah.
escape out in front there, haven't they?
But like John was just alluding to, look where McIndoe is. And
in that car in the infield, the background go way off track. Sorry, Davo.
No. We're always interested which car is it, you know?
Looked like the 25 of Lucas Saar.
So,
just a little bit of hit and shoulder there.
Currently circulating around.
So that McIndoe car, just getting out of front of that McIndoe car, that's Mitch Campbell in front of him, and that's Mudgee in front of Mitch. So I think Nick said it. Just thinking to himself, like, I might have a crack at this. But these two top boys out the front here, Nick no slouch.
No, 20 minutes to go in the race.
Oh, that's been gone quickly.
4.2 kilometre track here. 16 turns, 70% of them to the right, 30% to the left. So
17. So how many turns was that, John?
16. So we've got 10 to the right, 6 to the left.
Ah, yes, thanks, mate.
Yeah, we're looking at around 15, 16 laps duration here. Conditions are optimum. 26 degrees ambient and track temperature, pretty level pegging. The time of the days around 7 p.m. in the evening. It's tracking along. If you're a Mike King fan, you're wondering why he's back there. That's because while all that action was unfolding, he was serving a drive-through. So,
ouch.
not sure what happened there early in the piece, but he's got that cleared now. I did see that come up, and that's why you see him
Back down the field there. Yeah, unfortunate there.
Awesome stuff, and I was just noticing the car of Nick there. I was just wondering whether he's had much practice during the week there, because we tend to see Nick get stronger as the night goes on. But once again, the leader of practice goes to Kenny Simpson. 160 laps of practice during the week. Next most practiced car, if that is such a word, is the 69 car of Jeff Burst. 112 laps practice. So these boys are still putting in the effort. Vaughan Martin, 128 laps practice.
Wow.
So, you know, those are our top 3 highest practicer punters for the night.
Very nice. That's committed. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see.
What I'm liking here is, although Aaron won't, he'll certainly be feeling the pressure, there's probably more pressure from Mitchie to Mudgee. So although Aaron might be feeling, you know, it's hard not to feel pressure when you're running up that front end and it's so close, especially when they've had that red hot battle. But Mitchie keeping Mudgee honest, hasn't that been a ding dong? Cars all separated a little bit now, but
yeah, it has, mate. I'm just looking at the last lap round 2 there, John, just noticing that the second and third place boys are good 4-5 tenths quicker than Glyn out in front. So not sure if Glyn's made an error there or if that's his genuine pace, but if it is his pace, then those boys are going to catch him back up. So
yeah, well, there's no doubt that Aaron's got some pace here at the moment. I think I heard was it a pedal change or setup?
Yeah, so
he had an issue with his...
Aaron running a Simworks pedal set, and I think that might have come out of the number 10 car at some stage of McIntyre, and followed through to Aaron's, and that has dropped a bunch of oil in his footwell through heavy braking pressures.
No doubt, no doubt.
He had a replacement part put in, and look at him go now.
Look at it, Leah, look at it. It's clearly made a difference in the...
Yeah, looking down the whole pack, you know, across the last laps or across the board, you know, you've got the top 12 guys, sorry, even 14 of them are all in the 144s, so they've all settled into a rhythm, some dipping into the 143s, but most of these guys only set really a second apart and actually, you know, their overall lap pace, so spread out on track, but, you know.
Yeah, well, the fastest guy last lap round was the 21 car Mark Mudgee sitting in third place, so you know, that's interesting that he's showing good pace there in P3. Mitchie Campbell also in P4 with good pace the last lap round, so I think this is going to go to the wire. I think this will tighten up in the front here, and it's going to be great for us to see what may or may not unfold.
Yeah, look, that's got to be one of the smaller leads that Glenn Dewar's had over the season.
And that's heating up again, just in the background for that third position. Those guys are going at it.
Isn't it? As we see Mitchie just go to the middle of the track there, just to let Mitchie Campbell know that you're not going down the inside of me, mate. I'm just going to cover that line.
You're going the long way, boy.
Yes.
And for the viewers, while we're having some of those technical difficulties, these guys all did a 7-minute qualifying, and they got to do a 1-lap hot shootout, I guess, which banked their time to set the grid. Then we're a 35-minute race with no compulsory pit stop. These guys are all only running 3 tyre sets for the weekend, so how they use them is up to them, but certainly got to make sure, you know, you're not putting that same set on twice and doing 2 races on one set. So
no, for sure.
Really have to manage that.
That's right, and they've got to go the distance, like you said, and it's still, a little over 13 minutes to go in this race, and I know Mitch Campbell and Mark Mudgeway's cars, their tyres will be working at the moment. Who else? I think it's Fotado and Steve Melling. And that's just my bird in the background co-commentating with me, but yeah.
Just picked up on Bear Grylls, you know, our top AM driver. He's sitting back in 12th position. His fastest lap of the race at 1:45.1. If you compare that to the fastest lap of the race at 1:43.2. He's actually a couple of seconds off the pace of the front runners, but he's got some bit of pressure on behind with Kenny Simpson. We know Kenny's been quick season, so yeah, Bear doing a good job there.
Yeah, Bear definitely doing a good job. I thought that, I think he out-qualified Kenny, and it's clearly shown more pace than Kenny the whole race, so yeah, nice work from Bear. We don't see him on track a lot, so...
Bear with a total of 21 laps practice throughout the week,
there you go.
as compared to Kenny's 160, so interesting that he's able to hold that position in front of him with a very minimal amount of practice there from Bear Grylls.
Yeah, not a bad effort.
That's impressive then, you know.
It is. It is.
McIndoe pulling up on the back of Mudgee. He's closed that gap now.
Oh, back of Mitch Campbell there, yeah.
Yeah, so it's still close, but here is the action.
We've got Martin and I think it's and Melling have caught up, so Vaughan may have made a little bit of an error there, and now that that little duo there of Melling and Fotado have just ranged up behind him, so he's got a lot to think about now as we get down towards the 10-minute mark.
Viewers, just seen 2 drive-throughs come up for Mark Mudgeway and Mitchy Campbell at
Oh
the same
no,
time.
there you go.
Guys have just had the run of track limits.
Really pushing it, yeah.
Well, that is big news, John, as both those guys are now going to have to literally, like you say, drive through the pits. They're going to lose those positions and some.
Yep.
It's going to bring the likes of Nick McIndoe onto the podium.
Absolutely.
That's a
Jeff
big
Burse
deal.
will be sniffing in there now. It's really going to change it up.
Yeah, hard racing though. You know, we see them pushing the limits continually. Yeah, the outcome being a couple of drive-throughs, bang, bang.
Yeah. Look, we know they do pick up track limit cuts, and we have seen the odd one, but, you know, Mike King, he was the first to get something that could have been a start procedure because they had a quick start, but these guys...
Let's just watch this. We see Mudgeway straight away in, Mitch Campbell choosing to stay out.
And there's nothing worse, is there, than getting that drive-through thing while you're going round. You know, like it just sucks balls to see that you know.
Talk about suck balls. If you're going to get a drive-through, this is the track you don't want to get a drive-through. As they're coming around, you know, turn bloody 4. That's where the exit is. This pit lane is...
Oh, yes, the pit exit goes forever, doesn't it?
Yeah, and pretty much the whole length of the front straight. And it almost goes around turn 1, past turn 2, and it re-enters at turn 3 on the track.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
super huge. This is going to bury the cars of 21 of Mudgee, and
for sure.
And a stop-go to add to Mudgee's tally there. So clearly he's sped through the pits as he's gone into enter that drive-through. And that just rubs extra salt into it, doesn't it? If you haven't already dropped into 13th place, you've got to go back through and do a 30-second pit stop. Kiss your race goodnight, Mudgee.
So that tells me the rest of these guys too are going to have to be on their best behaviour, because it's looking like this is a track that's easy to get cuts on. It's normally the guys, there is a little bit of leniency in the tracks, but yes, the mark, wow, look out. I'm going to call it. I think you're going to see more.
Well, quite possibly.
You heard it here first, viewers.
Through
We are
just,
gonna see more where John's called it right so far. He's got on
He has,
the
he
Aaron
has.
Enright wagon. Old mate is in second place. He's just had the 2 cars behind him do drive-throughs. He's looking very comfortable for a podium, so you've called that correctly, John.
definitely Mitch Campbell now in the pits as we see Mudgee just trying to get around Bear Grylls. Harder to pass than a kidney stone.
Oh, super hard to pass.
As Mudgee's going to have to come in anyway, as he does immediately.
He's back in.
So yes, what a tough race.
It's a little bit of touchies on the wall in the pit entry there as well, Mudgee. Obviously, maybe a little bit angry there on the helmet.
Bit of frustration, you think?
Yes.
Maybe?
Possibly just a tad.
Yeah, to be expected, I suppose. Taking it out on the front guard of the Mercedes on the way in, giving it a bit of a wheel alignment.
Well, we don't want to see Mudgee doing that. My new teammate in the purchase of a new race car today for real life racing, and we're going to keep those cars clean, Mudgee.
Yeah, did you make the right call there, John?
Hey, interestingly, up the front, I did see that gap between Dewar and Enright go under a second. It's just even flowed and gone back a bit there, but well, 7 minutes counting down the lap time of minute 40. We've got probably a good 3-4 to run now. So
yeah, and Aaron Enright's still a good half a second a lap quicker on the last lap round there than Gleno. So if he can continue that, he's going to be right there or thereabouts.
Sometimes I'm wondering if some of these guys are on their final strike. They've seen these other guys do a drive-through. They might almost be holding back a little bit.
True.
And it just to stay inside their track limits, so they can't run their lines that they love running, which is obviously the quickest line to give the lap time. But
yeah, it's interesting you say that, as we just see Glenn Dewar's splits and Aaron Enright's go up and starting to really push towards the end of the race. About 6.5 minutes to go, viewers. We just get out of the back of Vaughan Martin's car. Steve Melling starting to apply a little bit of pressure, and the sun well down in the sky. These guys that have the sun shining in their eyes, shadows are long. It can be a bit distracting, but only a few minutes to go now, as we usually see tighten up. But it's been just such a big shake-up, hasn't they, with Mitch Campbell and Mudgee taken out of the equation. It's really separated that top end of the field, hasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly has. And what does that actually mean for our points table there? We've got the Nick Mickindo is going to make big gains here on Mitchie Campbell, obviously, who has dropped down into P10. Nick potentially going to come home in P3 there, so there'll be big gains there for Nick.
Not sure what I just saw go on in the background there. I saw the car 318 with Mike King just ever so slowly slowing down, went off track, and just stopped. I don't know whether he was out of fuel, but he did go back to the pits, and now the car has been put in the transporter. And yeah, unfortunate to see whatever happened there go wrong, Mike. Tough gig.
Yeah, it's the Mark Mudgee car.
Also at the pits as well. Yes,
well, mate,
that's right.
Maybe just having one of those nights he's decided, let's park it up, let's tune it, let's work on the next race while we've still got time.
Well, good point, Farmer.
Yeah. What's he going to lose? When you're already last, he's probably completed the required amount of race distance, so yeah. There could be other things going on we don't know of either. Sometimes, guys have, little hardware failures.
Yeah, they do. They have internet or hardware failures, don't they? And we just we can't see that from our end, and we just really don't know what's going on behind the scenes sometimes, do we?
One thing as a driver, when you rely so much on your force feedback, your wheel, when you lose your force feedback, it's just so hard to drive. There's no resistance, and it's terrible. It almost, you know, your car feels lifeless. So, you know, those little things, it could be as simple as resetting your force feedback. And
yeah, it could be. And of course, those with direct drive wheels and whatnot and all the fancy gear, they do sort of come across these little technical gremlins every now and again. Old mate with his Logitech G25, he just battles on. He's never had a problem. He just plugs and plays.
Of course he does. Of course he does.
You know, he doesn't have all the whiz-bang gizmos, but it's gonna work for him.
So I've heard the Thrustmaster get a bit smoky though.
Yeah, they do. Yes, they do tend to have a little bit of a circuit board smell to them. You do tend to ignore that. They do seem to still work.
As long as the fans are still running, she's good.
But Thrustmasters make great wheels, great warranties, and yeah, awesome way to get some racing.
Absolutely. So there's a good little battle there, really, guys, between Shane Faralau, Vaughan Martin, and Steve Melling. A little bit of a trio there. Was getting very tight there, a few corners back, but maybe just spread out a little bit now as we pick up on that. But a little bit of action on track.
Yeah, definitely. Probably the closest battle we've got on the track at the moment as we just start to wind down, 2.5 minutes to go. As they just come into this final tricky little tightening complex of corners. Onto the back straight.
Yeah,
to this fast right-hander.
Just noticed, we talked about the technical stuff, you said the car might actually back on the track, so and running again, so that tells me there was technical issues there that needs to be resolved, and also the car of Mike King, who had the car in the transporter, they rolled it back out.
They rolled it back out, didn't they?
Yeah, but then it's been pushed back in.
Who's making the calls there, mate? Obviously, they clearly don't know what's going on in that team.
There are gremlins.
Oh, it's Melling.
Vaughan
gets it on Melling.
We just saw Vaughan make an error there that I think allowed Shane to get through on him, and then another error.
Yeah, Shane already in front there at that stage.
Right.
But yeah, Melling had been just sitting there waiting for that little mistake, and yeah, quick to snap that up and get down the inside there. Nice work from Stephen.
And Melling will get into for a little bit of fresh air, a little bit too late for him now. His best time of 1:43.6 over Vaughan's a 1:44.1. So Steve a good part of like half a second quicker than Vaughan. Just been tangled up in the forward seam, gapping away now. So yeah, it's like, you know, it does get a bit tricky when you get bottled up behind some cars. Sometimes you just can't do anything about it. But
yep, and all the time, like we're suspecting is these guys are just keeping a check on their track limits as well. So yeah, a lot of pressure to keep up that pace, isn't it? And keep within the limits. So nice stuff. Winding down, 40 seconds to go.
Yes, 40 seconds to go. I just noticed the leader, Glenjua, car 34, just coming up on a back marker there. The 107 Warren Powell managed to clear him, and the 96 still retaining second place, but that gap now back to the 10 of Mcindoe, who's just come on with form, like you said, Farmer. He's just upping the game as the laps count down.
Yeah, they are counting down, John, as we just watched Glenn cross the line for the last lap of the race. Notice Gleno put in a couple of good laps there, the last few, and he's managed to just kind of secure that gap there to second place of Aaron Engram.
So we just pick up in the back of Shane Farado's. Steve Melling's really found some pace in the last
go Steve-O
stages. Yeah, so nice work, Steve-O. Really applying the blowtorch now to Farado. You can see how low that sun is in the sky at the moment. Oh, Stephen really pushing the limits. Tight back. These guys have been going at it. Also got Jordan Moss, I think it is, and Lucas Saab, but it's the Farado Melling, Martin battle. It's going to take us out. It's tricky little closing apex, this is such a weird tightening corner that onto the back straight here. Not overly long straights, but they're a little bit downhill, so they get plenty of pace up.
Yeah, and it's kind of got a couple of kinks in it, but it is flat out. It is, it's almost a straight with a couple of kinks, isn't it?
Yeah,
You don't really lift for those first two, so.
As we see Gleno stamp his authority on the championship well and truly, winning the race. Aaron Enright right behind. Awesome work from Aaron.
Yeah, great drive.
Really good pace. Nick McIntyre, Jeff Burse taking advantage of the boys. Bailing out with a couple of drives. Shane Fronado, Steve Melling, and Vaughan Martin in quick succession. Lucas Saar. Is that Jordan Moss? Yes, Jordan Moss. In the green and black. In Mitch Campbell. Now, Brad Robinson, since Mitch has come out of the pits, Brad Robinson has held the back of that car the whole time. So nice work from Brad to get 11th there. We've got Bear Grylls coming around for 12. Kenny Simpson not too far behind. Bobby Laycock, Frank Already, and Warren Powell. That was Mark Mudgeway car that we saw just sliding in there, I think behind Bear Grylls' car in 17th and Mike King's car in the pits. Wow. There you go. Some interesting stuff. Really clean start. Really super hot battle in the top 4 for the first half of the race. And then the controversy. 2/3 of the way through the race with Mitch Campbell and Mudgeway both getting drive-throughs literally on the same corner. Guys, wow, that really mixed it up, didn't it?
Yeah, it did really mix it up, and I was just taking note there. Brad, like you say, was really coming on strong at the end of the race there. He was putting in some really hot laps, sort of matching the guys up front. So he'll be one to watch in race 2. So
for sure.
Great stuff, guys. Another good race. Geez, that went quickly.
It did.
Shall we grab our old mate? Are we ready for this?
We're ready for anything. Always.
We are ready for this. Okay, well, we're going to grab old mate Slick down here into the comms box. Congratulations, bro, on a P3, mate. You'll take that, eh?
Oh, fucking up the pieces, eh?
Yeah, bro. That's
Cats
what we're there for, mate.
Hello, man. I was on 3 from about 10 minutes in.
Right.
And then, Mitchie
so
and Mudgy just dropped off.
Are we allowed 4, or is the 4th one the drive-through? I can never quite
remember. You're allowed 3, 4th is drive-through.
4th is drive-through. So you were sitting on the edge after 10 minutes in.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay. There you go.
So I was pretty stoked when they dropped off in front of me. It was either them or me.
Yeah, so obviously you just went back a notch on the old loud pedal and just a little bit more conservative.
Yeah, just ran at 99.
And it was them, mate, not you. Yeah.
Nice.
I'll take that.
Yeah, you're running good pace, Nick. 1:43.5s there through. That was your quickest lap of the race. Yeah, certainly you could see the pace drop off at the back end there, and you've just explained it. Just minding your limits, weren't you?
Yep, definitely. Well done to Aaron. Look at that.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to grab him down here next and congratulate him on his awesome drive there, mate. But I guess in the past we've seen you get stronger throughout the night and tend to go better in race 2. Have you got anything for us, mate? Are you feeling confident?
No.
You heard it here first, viewers. The man's got nothing. So we just literally saw your best effort. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I always throw it on the table the first race, mate. Drop my pants in the first race and that's it.
Oh, nice. I love it. Thanks, Nick.
Yep.
Well, we wish you well, bro. We hope to see you back here again, mate. And congratulations on your 3rd place. Eh?
Yep. Cheers, fellas. See you.
Stop. Oh, good stuff.
Nice work from Nick.
Short and sweet, straight to the point. He'll let you know how it is.
Yeah, he doesn't mince his words, and
He does not.
and he always throws a couple of F-bombs in just to keep me on my toes. But
I was just thinking while he was talking about that, Mitch Campbell with that drive-through dropping way back to 12th, he was challenging him to third and second in the championship.
Yep.
So there's a huge net gain of a good 10 positions.
Yeah.
Or 8 positions at least. That's 8 points. We'll have to look back on that and see how that gap is.
Yeah, so that little faux pas, from the two boys up the top there definitely will mix things up. That's without a doubt.
Without a doubt, guys. And we're just going to
man of the moment.
The door open and bring through the man of the moment. He was backed by the comms guy, John, as a hot favourite, and he's come through for us in P2. Congratulations, Aaron.
Oh, cheers, guys. It's been a long time between drinks, isn't it?
Well, how long has it been?
A long time.
I can't even remember.
Let us know.
I don't know, but I had a few less grey hairs back then anyway.
Yeah.
So we're talking years.
Oh, no. I wouldn't go back that far. Probably a few months.
Yeah.
But it's still great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Aaron. We know you're an owner of a Mercedes yourself, and you've really gelled with this car. Caught up with you this afternoon, and you said it was just you and this track and this car. It just works.
Yep. Wish every track was like this, eh?
Yeah, well done, bro. Because we sort of touched base on Jeffro owns a Chevy, and yet he sucked in it. You own a Merc, and you've actually come through for us.
Yeah.
So well done, bro. Well done for upping your game, and you obviously love the car. You do own something similar that you drive daily, and it's great to see you here, mate. It's good to have you in the box.
No, it was good. I guess those first few laps were pretty exciting for you guys.
Oh yes.
Hey, a question: How were your cuts? What were you sitting on?
I only had 2 cuts.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, nice work. Good.
So one up your sleeve. Did you ever think about just taking a big chunk of track out on the last lap just to get close to Glenelg?
Nah, my tyres dropped off so much in those last few laps. You would have seen it was just drifting away from them. But so no amount of cutting was going to pull back that long.
Save ya.
Right.
Fair call.
Well, we did see you put on some really awesome laps mid-race, and you were actually sort of sometimes a half a second quicker than Gleno, but it never really sort of eventuated to anything in the end there. Glenn sort of was quite comfortable, but we'd love to see you back here again next race, mate. John got on the Aaron wagon early on in this piece, and you've come through for him. So, well done, bro. Well done.
Awesome.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Bit of pressure, and it seemed to pay off, it seems. So.
Good stuff, Aaron. Good to have you back up in the comms box.
Thanks, guys.
And hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
Yes, hopefully we will.
Aaron and right, everyone. And last but not least, the man of the moment.
Old mate, Gleno, well done, cuz. You had a hard-fought battle there, bro. You didn't take that one easy.
It was a lot of fun, boys. I'll tell you, mate. That's what you turn up on a Thursday night for. Is that right there?
Yeah.
Kudos to everybody who obviously turned up tonight, but the boys that I raced with tonight, Mitchie, Mudgy, Aaron Enright, man, take a bow. Guys just stepped up. Jeff Burse, I think they were all the guys that were in my proximity.
Yep.
Just a fantastic race. I don't know how it looked from your guys' view, but man, she was on.
It was pretty spectacular.
Look, we did have a couple of Porsches on top of each other there a couple of times throughout the race. It did look pretty spectacular from our point of view. Was good to see. Well, not so much good to see, but just the fact that you didn't just drive away with it, mate. You did make a sort of an error there early on. You dropped back. There was a bit of sort of elbows out, and it was really seemed to be on between you guys up the front there. So no, it was great for us to watch, mate. It really was.
No, I still got a big smile, mate. I'll take that sort of racing every night of the week, mate. That is just such good quality. I know Mitchie and Mudge rubbed a bit of paint, and there was certainly a fair bit of paint exchanging, would you say?
Oh, no, we were watching. It's okay.
Yeah, we were watching. Yeah,
That's a talking point that came up was the cuts. We obviously, the guys.
Yeah,
got drive-throughs, so
how many cuts were you on, mate?
I got one.
Oh,
You pussy.
Stop it.
you're not,
Yeah.
well,
Oh.
you're obviously not pushing hard enough.
Yeah.
Probably not,
Yeah.
but you know, we'll take the positions we get.
Of course, of course. Oh, mate.
Yeah,
Awesome
good
work
stuff, mate.
once again. Good to see you up on the podium, top of the podium again.
Yes,
Thank
we
you.
wish you well, mate. You've got 3 more races to go before you've locked this out. So good luck, bro, and we hope to see you back here soon, eh?
Yeah, cheers, boys. Thank you.
Shot, bro.
Awesome, Glenn Dewar there, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. See you soon. Welcome back, everybody. We are back at Misano for qualifying 2 and race 2 in the Mercedes for round 6 of the 2023 Asrnz Race of Champions. And I think the boys are back. Are you guys here?
Yes, we're back. Thank you, Davo. Welcome, viewers. Welcome back, John Boy.
Yeah, we are looking forward to this one. If it was anything like the other one, hold on.
But mate,
Hold on.
bloody oath. Jesus,
Get on the train and hold on.
the first 15 minutes was just epic, I tell ya. Whoa. So,
Whoa.
yeah, look, and I can't see any reason why we won't see a repeat of that, to be honest.
Yeah, look, I think race 2 will be tighter. I always kind of run on the theory that you just get better as the night goes on. So I'm predicting that, you know, we're going to get a sort of a tighter front bunch there this race. The likes of Brad Robinson, Nick McIndoe, I think are going to sort of step up a little bit here and sort of get up there in the mix with these boys. So
For sure, yes, and yeah, that's exactly right. Like us, you know, they just get better as the night goes on. So,
just like us, Davo.
just like us. Maybe not like my internet connection tonight, but the commentary's been fantastic. And welcome back again, viewers. I hope you've stuck with us through a few little bugs and gremlins. The racing's been awesome, and like we were just saying, I can't see any reason why this is not going to be the same. These guys are definitely not going to slow down. That's a guarantee.
They're not. And I've just noted, actually, for the first time in this series, that Vaughan Martin is not the first car out on track in quali, and Kenny just snuck out in front of him.
Oh, is that right?
But I'm just noticing this car's vanished from the circuit already. Is he already...
Who's that? Kenny Simpson or...
No, the Vaughan car, the 776 car's vanished off my map. Like, he's maybe already called it, gone back to the pits, so...
Interesting.
Yeah, I did see a little bit of an altercation where one of the cars coming out of the pits, I think it was between Brad and Vaughan, actually. One car was just starting their lap, and the other car was just leaving the pits to cycle out, and they've kind of tripped over each other, and one of them's wrecked their lap, and you're not really sure. I can't remember which way it was around, but it was certainly the 775 and the 776 of the 777 racing team. So, bit of sorting out to do there between those boys.
For sure, as we just see Kenny Simpson
come across the line. What's he going to give us? A 44.9. I think we need a 43, unfortunately, Kenny.
At least
the 777 car of Jordan Moss into a 44.1.
Oh, nice work from Jordan.
We've got the 911 car coming across. Frank Warren.
And I think we've got Brad Robinson and Aaron Enright coming around now as well.
Big rules there across the preliminary P4.
Okay, Aaron's about to cross the line. Here we go, 143.3.
There we go, a 43.3. That's a good lap from Aaron.
That's a very
nice.
34 car is just on his out lap, is that right, John? I think
yes.
To start his lap. So
yep, that's
the
right.
next one to come across the line looks like the Bobby Laycock car of 25. Sorry, that's the Lucas Sarr car of 25. The next one to give us a timed lap.
Yep.
It's just tucked in there behind Jeffro, who's about to start his...
And Steve Melling also just in behind Lucas. Now Lucas into 4th, that's nice provisionally. Is that Steve Melling?
Steve-O just starting this lap there. There's a few boys just about to start their lap.
Steve-O might have had a
bit of a cuddy
there.
Yeah.
So he's... Yep. Yeah. Okay, who we got next up there, boy?
Well, I think there's just a little bit of a gap here on track at the moment as the 775 car Brad rips down the back straight. He's going to be the next one there to put in a lap.
Yep. Now, we saw Brad, although he didn't qualify very well and pretty well just sat in that mid-pack for most of the race, when Mitch Campbell came out after his drive-through, Brad easily held the pace of the gold car. So
He did, and he put in some 43s during that race. So I would expect them to at least go to P2 here.
Yeah.
Provisionally, yeah,
At
definitely.
least provisionally, because that 34 car of Glendura is behind him. So is the McNicholo car and Mitchie Campbell car. Where is the Mark Mudgeway car, mate?
Where is the Mark Mudgeway car? That's a good point. We've missed something there. He is
So-
in the pits in 16th, so something has not
Gone work
right
there
there,
as
too.
well. So Brad Robinson in 5th.
34. Glenn George about to cross the line and post his flying lap. We'd expect him right up there, somewhere near the front
Oh,
row.
definitely. Oh, Aaron's pipped him.
Aaron with an
1.3.
outstanding lap there, mate. That is a great lap from Aaron. You called this, John, early, that Aaron was going to be our man of the night.
Yeah, here comes Jeffro. I expect him up around the 5 somewhere. No.
Nick
just
McIndoe.
7.
Nick McIndoe's the next to watch here as he just rounds and looks speedy, but a couple of tenths up on his lap.
The green car, Nick McIndoe, hard racer, P3.
Ooh, nice work now.
Good lap.
Very, very nice lap from McIndoe there. Mitch Campbell.
The run.
Final car on the track. I would suspect. Oh, we've got Bobby Laycock as well.
Go. Is it going to be good enough? No.
Mitchie to P2. Wow, that's close.
No. Under a tenth. This is a pole position to Aaron Enright.
Wow, like
Outstanding.
400 per second. That is
Yes.
great from Aaron.
Unbelievable.
So there you go, viewers. Front row goes to Aaron Enright and Mitch Campbell, followed by Glenn Dewar and Nick McIndoe on row 2. We've got Jordan Moss and Shane Faraday on row 3. Lucas Starr and Brad Robinson, row 4. Jeff Burst, Kenny on row 5. Bear Grylls and Frank on row 6. We've got Warren and Vaughan on row 7. Bobby Laycock. Mark Mudgeway there, mate, back in row 8. I'm not sure what's happened there with Mudgey. And then Steve Malling and Mike King on row 9 at the back. So Steve Malling, Mark Mudgeway, some big names back there, mate.
Oh, yeah, and that's put that Jordan Moss and Shane Faraday up into 5th and 6th for that 3rd row. So it's oh
my God! Have you seen what? Are you seeing?
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I'm seeing that the track is wet and it's raining as they've gone to grid here, but it looks like it's going up. Oh my God, this is gonna really catch some of these guys out. That looks like, as we've gone to an 8 o'clock race too, in the evening, a late shower has just come through. They've qualified 6 o'clock this evening.
This is one of those decisions. This is one of those decisions where you're, as a driver on the grid here with 46 seconds to go, you know it's raining now. The weather's telling you that in the next 5 minutes, so somewhere between now and minute 5, it's going to stop raining. It could be on the 5 minute, it could be on the 1. Do you, or what, you know what I mean? Like, you've got to make the call. What tire am I going to put on right now? Like, you're not going to come in and want to pit, so
if I was looking
would be
at those,
checking on the slick, mate. What would you be doing, John?
Yep, I'd be on the slick too. I know it sounds crazy. The track says wet.
It does sound crazy, doesn't it?
And normally, you know, you if the track says it's wet, you've got to go wet. But look, hey.
And of course, we've also seen in the past that sometimes, even though the track it might stop raining, it's still cold enough that you can actually, still damp enough that the wet is still going to be your optimum tyre choice, isn't it? So.
Wow.
Oh, it's a gamble, isn't it,
You know,
guys?
it's a real, it is a gamble. It's a big gamble.
And
it's a tricky
These
decision for a driver.
And this is where we're going to see these guys test it to their limit. And you know, look, there's going to be hard luck stories and good luck stories come out of this one. Yeah, look, the track just as it's rolled away now, it's gone damp, so the rain has stopped. I can visually see that as well. And when you see that come up as a driver, where it's gone now from wet to damp, the slick tyre in my eyes is the tyre to be on. And some of those guys have made attention to those small details. You know, they're going to tippy-toe that first couple of laps, and we might see a bit of action.
Yeah,
Possibly
yeah.
a safety car, mate. This is where I think we might actually see the safety car come into play. When these guys are out on
Well,
slick tyres
good
on a
point.
weak track at the start of the race, it's going to be super tricky. Everyone's going to be wanting to fight for those positions, but it's going to be so hard.
Yeah.
There's going to be so much understeer on those cars.
Yeah, as much as they want to push, they'll be tippy-toeing these cars, won't they? Really, really.
They will. Yeah.
So a lot of concentration and easy to overshoot and make it. Even the slightest mistake can end up in tears in close proximity. So
yeah, well, and I'm just seeing we've got a 25-degree track surface temperature, so you know it's not hot, but it's not cold. So I guess it will dry out in the short future. I think you made the right call, John. I think slick probably would be the tyre to use. So
Yeah, just noticing the 107 car of Warren Powell just in the pit lane, so whether or not he got that car to the grid or something's just not gone right there, but it looks like he's going to be starting from pit lane at this stage.
yeah, interesting. But how does Aaron Enright feel there being out in front leading this pack around the track, mate, at Misano? But yes, go Aaron.
yeah,
He's just got his first pole and he's been throwing the you know, the hardest position as well.
Yeah.
On the grid.
Just what you need, eh? Your first pole you've had in a long time, and we're just going to make it wet for you, mate.
Yeah.
But it might dry out soon. Yeah.
So as these boys roll into a grid position, a lot of these guys, you might see their brake lights on continuously. They're dragging their brakes, and what you do is you're just holding that brake in the gas, trying to keep that brake rotor, you know, temperature to carry through into that tyre carcass, just to build that temperature. And you're going to need this in these cold conditions, especially on the slick.
Yeah, they'll be doing their best to get some temperature into that, like you said, that rim, and then that radiant temperature into that tyre. There's not much the weaving's going to do as they form up nicely and onto the start-finish straight. Mitchie pushing the envelope there. We're going to go green any moment for the round 6 of the Asrnz 2023 GT4 Race of Champions. Mitch Campbell, was he in front there? Aaron Enright on the inside. Glenn Dewar, good start. Nice tidy stuff so far. Nick McIndoe, and that looks like actually Shane Fronado just sneaking past Jordan Moss there as well. Oh,
whoa, Gleno
up the outside. It looks like Mitch Campbell might have made a little bit of contact or a bit of a slip and slide with Aaron Enright. Who's that? Nick McIndoe already making.
Oh, and Shane off to the infield there a little bit. That didn't take much. It's super slippery out there. You can see the sort of body language of the cars.
Yeah, isn't it great to see them moving around like that?
Working hard. Fronado back on track. Is that Mike? No, that was Fronado. Yeah.
Yeah, he managed to cover that up pretty quickly, really.
Yeah, he did really well.
Yeah, he did. He's got that straight back on track into Big 5. So
yeah, nicely done. Glenn Dewar out in front, so made a position change on Enright there, just down off the end of the back straight there. Now leading the race, Mitch Campbell.
This is a high-risk stuff. This is the
isn't it?
on the track.
And
this is where they're super committed. They're going to turn in, they're going to have nothing. Grip.
Well, they don't know what they've got, do they, until they get down there? It's like...
don't.
And the other thing to consider is, like we talked about the cuts, all the drivers talked about them too and how many they got.
Yeah.
I just got a slick tyre optimum on my screen, so although the track's damp, the slick tyre now is the tyre to be on. But those track limit cuts, this is the hardest time to drive your car when you've got no temp.
Yeah.
Possibly pick up one, if not more, on that first lap.
You would expect so, wouldn't you? You know, like we were saying, you just want to push so hard, but you've got to tippy-toe these things through these corners, especially in the opening laps. Close proximity racing. Very slick.
Gleno doing an absolute stellar job of controlling that car in these conditions, mate. He's managed to sort of get himself into P1 and pull a little sort of a gap almost on Aaron.
Yeah, nicely done there.
Great
But
car control from Gleno.
I suppose that, you know, like with the rain actually stopped and the track drying. There's not a lot of spray, so these guys haven't got, you know, like a lot of. They've still got a fair good vision, haven't they?
Wow.
Yeah, they have, but you know, being the lead car on track, you're the sort of pioneer. You don't have a car in front of you to judge, you know, how he broke or how he drifted wide into the corner. You're the guy who's leading the field behind you, know how fast you can go throughout these corners. So, you know, great job by Clip.
Okay, see a move on Lucas Sarah, Jeff Burst up in the air just behind the Mikado car as they exit that long, tricky, tight turn 10 before they enter the back section of the track. Huge speeds up here. High speed that they're getting up around the 210 km/h mark. Still, slick tyres still on a damp track. Big speeds. Tricky conditions. Super hard to wrestle and muscle these cars around this track. Requires a huge amount of skill from these drivers and patience too.
Oh, and the concentration, you know, like just.
As a driver, this is intense stuff.
For sure. So yeah, plenty of action still. Only a couple of laps into the race, as these guys still, as well. It's a changing track basically. It started as a wet track. So we're just watching Steve Melling and Shane Fuddido. Fuddido had a little bit of an off pack there and sliding his car around behind Melling there, just trying to keep up. Nice work from Melling, sitting in 12th at the moment. So yeah, these guys with an ever-changing track conditions. Look at this battle, this Jordan Moss, Brad Robinson, Marjaway. Brad Robinson having a big look down the inside. Oh, Mossy, that is Lucas Sarah in front, and look at Muddy, this is getting tight.
Yeah, great little battle there, and obviously Mark Mudray, we know, got good pace there.
Looks like
he's at the
Brad,
back of that little pack.
He's not going to be at the back for long. I think that's Brad just getting a bit hung out to dry, and Lucas also getting a bit hung out to dry as well. Yeah, so look at these guys, side by side, down through the King.
Wow. How was that from Brad? Did he just rip through there?
Oh, unbelievable. Super close stuff.
Great traction out of that turn there from Brad.
As a driver,
that's tight.
The next section of the track on those conditions, man. Oh, that's hard to mount up.
Side by side with Moss.
Now he's going around the outside. Brad with all of a sudden something sort of extra there, and we see one of the boys get into the pits here, and I wonder if there's a tyre change going on there, John.
Yeah, no, because there's nothing that's come up on my screen. Saying that he had a drive-through.
So who we got in the pits there? That's Lucas Sarr.
Yeah, you're right. He started on a wet tyre, didn't he? And that wet tyre is now not good enough for these drying conditions. He's interchanged from a wet slick.
Oh yeah, and that'll hurt him there, as we know.
I might just go and find out a little bit of details in the channel.
Yeah, just go and run down to that garage there, mate, if you can, and maybe just talk to Lucas's engineer.
As we get out of the front of Marjaway's car, Brad Robinson round Jordan Moss, and it
just
looks like
outside, no problem.
Looks like Mudgy's got the inside, so it's all happening. We might actually get a replay of that, because that was a beautiful bit of work from these three guys here. So we just see that. That's Brad Robinson just starting to force Mudgy. Mudgy goes in deep. Mudgy, Jordan goes in deep. Mudgy wants a bit of it.
And that's just Jordan there, just getting a couple of corners wrong, isn't it? He went a little bit wide into that one, and then he was just a little bit slow for the next, and he's lost 2 spots through that.
Yep. So is he done? Slides, and is that now? That is Mudgy past Brad. Brad coming back. There's contact.
Yeah.
What a save! Oh my!
Nice. 2x2 drifting there. That's a little bit of DRNZ through that turn.
Oh, look, we're going to get. We'd like to get out of Gordon Martin's helmet. see what we can see
See
here.
what's
Oh
going
no,
on
we might
there.
go one more. Here we go, Jordan.
Good Jordan
Jordan
Moss.
Moss. Here we go, Brad Robinson, Muddy. Oh, nice stuff. That is
Nice
definitely,
stuff.
that is definitely, they're in the drift server here right now.
Yeah, great stuff there, and almost like the sort of the second touch up, almost probably helped them.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
I'm sure Jordan Moss would have been thinking, I'm gonna go through here, but it just didn't quite happen for him.
And it's not over yet. And we called, sorry, John, I was just saying, we were calling how Brad Robinson is going to improve this race. Look at him all over the back of Mudgee at the moment.
Yes, and he's already up to P7, so a great sort of
come back there. Yeah,
comeback.
nice.
Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. A great comeback from his first race already.
John, what do you got for us there, brother?
So I can confirm while that action was unfolding in the replay you're watching that there was a change for second in up the front there with Mitchie Campbell just getting past Aaron Enright through turns 2 and 3. There's a little bit of a switchback
nice stuff there. And that's Mackendo right on his tail as well,
yeah,
yes.
Enright's running back there, and we also got a little bit of comms chatter from Lucas Saar. He did start on the wet tyre. He had to pit to get back on the slick tyre.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, so do we think he was the only one that did that started on the wet?
Well, looking at who pitted right then and there, I'm going to make an educated guess that he was the only one that
who's going in now then?
Unless there's somebody else.
Who's going in now? Glenn Dewar. Glenn
cool.
Dewar's in the pits, ladies and gentlemen. No drive through.
Okay.
Okay.
We need to hear this from the horse's mouth. Don't we? Let's just
get that man up here.
Okay.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That puts Mitch Campbell in the lead. Aaron Enright in close proximity, as well as Mackendo. This little trio, this is not going to end anytime soon.
No, it's not. I don't know that I want to drag him down here, John, while he's trying to change tyres, work out pit stops to hit his marks and get it all sussed when it's so tight at the points here. But maybe we can send one of our minions down there to see what's going on, mate.
yeah, we will do that. We'll just send a runner down there. And see if we'll go.
We got a spare pigeon or something like that we can sort of use, or
absolutely.
Attach a note to his leg.
Asrnz racing pigeons.
the racing pigeons. Yes.
We'll send it down to a bit of a time. We'll get back to you.
Nice.
Awesome stuff. And we just pick up again on this Steve Milling front of the middle. Now, these guys have been going at it right from the get-go. Since Frontenay made a little bit of a slip-up early in the race.
Yes.
That's brought them together, and they are locked in battle. That is actually Bear Grylls in front of them. Now, we talked about
That's Bear Grylls in front of them.
Yeah, it's performance.
Holy shitballs, mate. Hold my drink. Go Bear Grylls.
I don't normally swear, but I was just about to go, fuck my dog. What the hell is going on there? That is Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls.
Smashing
He's put
it
in
out.
6 laps practice. He's now going to take it to these boys. Go Bear. Go Bear.
We know Bear from Taranaki has certainly got a ton of experience in the rain. He loves the rain. If there's a rain dance going down, Bear will be leading that dance. He is the guy that
He's on it. He's on it.
Go
Nice.
Bear.
John, here comes our Asrnz pigeon, mate. What's it got on its under its collar there? Has it got a bit of info for us?
Well, just came back with crickets in its mouth.
Oh, did it really? Oh, I just went for a feed.
Just went for a feed.
There you go.
Crickets. Yeah.
Oh, I tell you,
And
they're so unreliable, those pigeons.
that's okay. We don't need to know. What we do need to know is Aaron Enright in a sandwich between Mitch Campbell and Nick Mackendo at the moment.
Yeah, I was thinking about this when the race started, and I saw Aaron kind of go back a little bit, and I wondered there's Dewar checked out. He just had so much more than these cars, and the other guys kind of swapped Aaron. I think what's happened here is Aaron's pressures were just out of that window in that cold stage when it was wet, and now they're just starting to come back to him a little bit, as is Mackindo's, because it's, albeit Mitchie got past, these guys are all over Mitchie, but when you see the cars this close together, it's generally the car in front that's struggling.
Yeah. However,
Yeah, right.
I don't
Just trying
know.
to think that, you know, Mitchie didn't have such a great first race, but I was just kind of thinking that at the moment, you know, Mitchie's in P1, Gleno P14. There's 13 points right there, but of course he lost points to Glenn in the first race, didn't he? So it's not going to quite sort of bring us together like I was just going to maybe thinking it might have. Yeah.
Yeah, but look, hey, that certainly made a big swing in the championship points as it stands. And after we just talked about Bear Grylls with his beautiful wet driving skills, he's going to be drifting the car in the pit lane for a drive-through.
Definitely, and
right.
Melling now passed Bear Grylls as well. So now Fodado, he's in a sandwich between Melling and Fodado. So Bear slipping back a little bit there.
Yeah,
and
sort of
Shane,
we're well used to sort of wet sort of gravel roads. They're not really sort of up to the play with tarmac and the Taranaki. It's a sort of a new thing for them. Very unfamiliar territory, and it's kind of why you see them go so well in the wet, isn't it?
It's a newfangled.
It is. Bitumen's only just turned up there, so.
Okay, and we pick up again on this Asrnz ride. Mitch Campbell, Nick McIndoe battle. It is on. It's not going anywhere soon. Steve Melling, or I think it's Steve Melling, Bear Grylls, Fodado has just got a little bit of space between them at the moment, so we'll focus on this. Aaron Enright, I think, wants that position back.
Great battle on that for the top three of their positions.
It's they're all looking extremely aggressive.
And do you know what's interesting here for Mitchie? Because he is he's running in a position where he's going to make big inroads to Glenn right now. So he's certainly going to be aware of his position in the championship. Aaron has nothing to lose. He's got, so does Mitchie just concede here and let Aaron go? I know it's won't want to concede, but like he is under attack.
Oh, for sure. But what do you think's in the back of Mitchie's mind after the last
Aaron's
race? After the last race, it'll be his track limits.
Yeah,
right.
It will be.
So,
it will be. And you want him to make amends too, though, won't he?
Yeah. Look, another car in the pits. Shane Faraday from 12th position in the pits. So another car, I think.
Bear Grylls, like I said.
Yes, multiple cars, I think. We've missed here that have started on the wets. So the car, who was the first car? Lucas Saar that went in.
Lucas Saar, Glenn Dewar, and now we've got Fodado, that's right.
Yep. Bear Grylls just leaving the pits from his drive-through, clearing that. So
yeah, nice.
Yep.
Wow, plenty going on, guys. And look, this is what shakes the points up, isn't it, mate? When these guys sort of get out of sync, like we sort of get, because even us, we get used to seeing these guys, like in certain positions through the field. Mate, it's been really, that has just been thrown out the door nearly tonight. It's like a lottery, man. So, really awesome to watch, and it's really going to shake the points up for the last round, which is what, mate, couldn't be better.
Yeah, it couldn't be better for us.
Yeah.
We love a tight championship that goes down to the wire, and these guys 1, 2, and 3 here. These were the 3 smart cookies that made the right decision on the grid when that countdown was on as to which tyre you were going to choose. So kudos to them. They made the right call.
That's right. They held their nerve, didn't they? They just went, I can do this. And look at them now, running hot too. So.
Interestingly enough, after Glenn Dewar's just jumped on that slick tyre, he's just set the fastest lap of the race.
No surprise.
He's 13th, it's a 1:45.4. So, and leader of the race, a 1:46 flat. So he's a good 6 tenths quicker than the leader are running. But the damage is already done. He is well buried in the back.
Well back, isn't he?
Mover and shaker, car 29, Mark Mudrow, we saw him have a poor, keep a lap in quality, but he's up in 5th.
Well done from Mudrow. He was right back there on the grid, wasn't he, early on?
Yeah, also.
So, like you say, big mover and shaker there from the car 21.
Oh, definitely. And also car 713, Steve Melling, didn't qualify either. And is now in the top 10 in nice position.
Yes.
So yeah, nice work from Steve. And Steve-O's been in a great battle actually with the Fronado and the like, actually, a few guys. So Steve-O's had a pretty busy night, to be honest. We will get up to pointy end again. So yeah, John.
Yeah, sorry, David. Just as you're going into that track is just improving. It's just gone to a fast track, so it is not.
Yeah.
There's definitely a dry line. Although we're going in well into the evening now, the track has certainly improved, hasn't it?
And it's showing, especially with these top guys. You can see them really utilising that extra grip. Really still, I mean, up until probably just now, actually, they've sort of spread apart a little bit. They've been so close together, and we're, what, nearly 20 minutes into this race. So, you know, that's a tight pack to run for 20 minutes. Kudos to these boys.
Yeah, that's right. So much has happened, and we're only just over that halfway point, aren't we? So, you know, with the drive-throughs we saw in the track limits, oh my God, just as I said it, Jordan Moss picks up his drive-through. So, yeah, that's unfortunate for Jordan because he's running in 7th, and, you know, he's just made a nice comeback here in the 777 of the 777. How many 7s in Jordan Moss? He's 7th, the 777, and it's taken him nearly 17 minutes to get that drive-through.
Do a drive-through. And it's probably going to add 17 seconds to his time. So, did you know, just opening my Space Summer Ultra, that New Zealand has 7 national parks? How about that? Bit of useless information there for you. There's another 7 just to add to the theme there, John Boy, as we just get a bit of info from the underneath of my bottle top.
Well, since, you know, we had famous corners and proper stats coming last week at Brands Hatch, you know, we do have a little bit more, and we should talk about Aero as well. But more, you know, you did say...
Hit me with some famous corners, bud. What do you got?
Well, we're not going to talk about famous corners, are we?
Okay.
They're all famous anyway. So
they're all famous?
We'll let the viewers know a little bit of stats about the cars that are underneath them tonight. We know it's a Mercedes AMG GT4. It's a beautiful German car. It's a piece of art, these cars, to see. I don't know, in the pits for driving.
Pits as well, yeah.
But they are a 4-litre V8 twin turbo car producing 503 horsepower. They weigh just shy of 1.5 tonnes, so 1,400 kilograms. They cost in Australian dollars $338,000. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Chump change.
Just a little bit of change. They do 0 to 100 kilometres in 3.2 seconds with a top speed. If they can wind their legs out up to 315 kilometres an hour. So although they're GT3s, GT4 cars, they've still got a serious amount of pedigree underneath them. Aren't they nice to
absolutely, and definitely a fine bit of kit as we just see a little bit of contact over between now and everyone.
Let's jump there and Nick, and on this.
A bit on that. Definitely getting in on that, and thanks for the
info there, John. What I took from that is that your General Joe and Aussie can really afford one of these. It's only really a couple of weeks' wages over there, isn't it? To
probably
sort of put one of these in your driveway to let the missus go shopping, and so
you got to buy the driveway first, though. Nice stuff. And look, and keep up the beer cap trivia as well. Thanks, Farmer, for your input. As we just continue on. This is awesome. We love this.
As the boys start their lap, Davo, can we go a little bit on board from the Misano car?
Let's get inside.
See him do a lap. Mitch Campbell. What's going on there?
What happened there? Definitely.
A little bit of net code there. So it looked like he just drove off the track.
He did.
A little bit worrying when you see that. It's a car trailing, but let's see it on board from the car 10 of Misano. Turn up the volume. This is this lap.
So as they come back out again.
Yeah, great stuff there in car there from Nick Mickendo, and you know, not too much sort of wheel work there. He's not really fighting the car. There's not a lot of sort of opposite lock correction. It's not getting too much out of control. Nick choosing to not use top gear down the straight here and literally just fang the shit out of it in fifth instead.
Yep. So well, it saves you a gear change down the end, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. So as we just watch him go down the back straight again, and you'll notice there he shifts into fifth here, but just holds the gear. Really just lets it hit red line here. You can see it bouncing.
Just taps there a couple of times.
Taking a lot of inside curve there, aren't they? Just keep in. We know, like we've done the practice there with the boys, didn't we, Farmer? And if you just miss that apex, you can just drift way off the track and it just kill lap time.
Yes, absolutely, mate. Yeah.
It's close. And as that lap was unfolding, I did notice that back marker there of the 107 Powell.
Getting
and I
off
thought,
track.
oh no, the leaders are, you know, and it's always hard when you come up on a back marker and it's so intense with a battle like this. But Warren did a great job there. He just, you know, really sidestepped off the track. And he was well aware of what was going on, and you know, credit to him. That's a good piece of driving.
So yeah, definitely nice work from Warren as we flick back through the rest of the here. Actually, Jeff Burst, Mudgee. Actually, Jeff and Mudgee aren't too far. We've got Brad Rob and Vaughan Martin. Steve Belling in 8th. Nice work from Steve-O coming up from the back of the... Kenny Simpson also in the top. Jordan Moss rounding out the 10. I think Jordan may have been one of the cars that's been into the pits for a drive-through. Glenn Dewar with a change of tyres, so he's definitely been in the pit. Bear Grylls, Lucas Saar's been in the pit. Frank Orretti in 14. Bobby Laycock in Shane Fardado is out. Warren Powell rounding out the 16. So yeah, a couple of cars. It's definitely a mixed up thing tonight with a few of the top boys into the pits for drive-throughs or tyre changes now we see with Glenn Dewar. But yeah, really shaken the positions up tonight, both in race 1 and again now in race 2 with only a little over 8 minutes to go. This is definitely going to change things on the points for the final race, and we are looking forward to that, aren't we, guys?
Yeah, we are, mate. And I'm just picking up that the 66 car of Shane Fardado and the 318 car of Mike King both pulling the pin there. Not sure as to the reasons why there, but deciding that they've had enough of the racing tonight.
Yeah, I did see a stop-go come up for Shane after his drive-through, so...
Right.
So, for whatever reason, as he stopped his drive-through, I saw that stop-go come up, and, you know, it had been enough to put the car in the transporter.
Yeah, no, we saw that with Budgeway as well, but then he brought the car back up after a little bit of maybe technical issues. But yeah, hard pill to swallow, isn't it, guys?
Very hard pill to swallow. Yeah, it's been enough. Just getting the drive-through, let alone to get a stop-go 30. You know, while you're serving that drive-through, it's just a second kick in the guts, isn't it?
It is, mate. It is.
And just like you pointed out, John, starting to get a little bit dark out there. We've got 9:05 real time on track.
So this
Welcome,
late.
Rusty Shacklefield, to the comments there on the YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, mate. We've learned that Mike King had a wheel freeze there in race 1.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And great to have Rusty watching. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks again, Rusty. And yeah, look, it's not always just you know, like throwing the toys out of the cot sometimes when you see these boys pull these cars off track and get them back into their transporter. Quite often, it's a net issue or a hardware failure. So more than anything else. But yeah, a shame. All the same. All the same. So unfortunate for the boys there tonight as we wind down.
This was the car 107 of Powell. We were just saying he did a great job of getting off the track while the leaders and stuff were coming through, but he's certainly stationary down there. Where is he? Just out of turn 14 before they finish the lap. 3 laps remaining.
He is.
So the car's just gone limp. It's not really in a position where it's endangering any of the cars on track.
Yep.
We had a great little battle here between Mudray and Jeff Burst. There, Davo, that I see we're just picking up on the stream. Getting very tight there. Also very tight between Nick McIndoe and Aaron Enright there too for second and third. So a couple of just some little battles there as we wind down into the last 5 minutes of this race.
Yeah, they're both very close little battles there. These two Burst.
Enright and McIndoe, very tight.
Yeah, Budgie climbing was way back to the field, and Enright. Look, now Enright's really stamped his his name on this round, really overall tonight. So, he just ducks a little bit wide. McIndoe really showing his intent.
Wow.
On the outside now, does he get the crossover? Tricky corner. It's actually a quite quick corner, so you don't actually get much of the crossover effect there. But here we go.
Position, hasn't he?
Yes, like the run here, right?
Definitely got that track position, and there it is. He worked on that. That's three corners.
Not over, Davo. Super wide, didn't he?
Here we go. Aaron Enright, can he make it live on the outside? Tricky series of corners these little chase into this stuff. Oh, a little bit of hip from McIndoe.
Aaron's going, I want that as much as you want that too. And you know, it's just they're looking for the crossover point, and it is tricky. Sometimes you think you just as you're doing a crossover.
And a tough corner. It is a tough corner. There's like multiple ways you can lines you can take that corner.
Yeah, and there's no real reference braking down there too, Dave. It is really tricky, but it's so important that corner because
it's the run.
It's
the run, isn't it? And down into this Spark section, and then into this really tricky little complex of corners here as they wind down into the final corner here and across the line with a little over 3 minutes to go. Mitch Campbell out in front. But the real battle is here. This is for second position with McIndoe. Now McIndoe sneaking past Enright a few laps ago. Oh, it was only last lap actually, should I say? Enright's having a go.
And again, you know, like this is willing stuff from these guys. But Nick, very calculated driver. We said Aaron's got nothing to lose. He's I'm going to say, he is. He's out of this championship. But Mitch, very much so. McIndoe and Mitchell are still in this championship up the front. So more to lose for Nick than Aaron, but they're fighting for every piece. Great, aren't they?
Absolutely. As we just quickly, because it's not too far behind, it's the Mudgeway and Jeff Burst battle. Oh, I think that might have been Rowetti off track there. But yeah, look at this. It's Mudgy tries to poke it up just shows the nose, which just forces, just that little intent has pushed Jeffro wide.
It's really interesting because
and it's on.
We're following are two breakfast crew cars here, and Mudray, and also up ahead we got McIndoe and a new recruit, Aaron Enright, to the breakfast crew as well.
So look, it's all happening here, and Muddy makes it stick, or does he? Jeff's got nothing for him, goes for the switchback.
Nice move from Mudgy.
A little under a minute and a half to go. Oh, who do you watch? It's all on.
It is all on as we just see the leaders just started the final lap there, Davo. We'll just keep an eye on that as that progresses around. But it is on. It is really on between these guys.
Yeah, so we'll just quickly flick through there. We've got Mitch Campbell in the lead out and right, Nick McIndoe third, Mark Mudgeway fourth, Jeff Burst, Brad Robinson, Gordon Mutton, Steve Melligan eighth in a bit of clock there. Kenny and Jordan Mott are running at the top 10. The battle is at the top. And Mark Mudgeway, Jeff Burst. And Burst very sideways, hanging it out as he comes down into that little middle back straight there, the downhill straight. Really, just, he's giving it everything. Do you think, oh, look, Aaron Enright and McIndoe have just opened up a little bit of a gap between each other there. Do you think McIndoe's just like, okay, I'll just stay here now? Like you said, thinking about the championship, playing the long game.
Yeah, well, unless he makes a mistake, that's it. And I think it just counts down. This is the last lap when Mitchie crosses the line. So this is it. This is the final section. Yeah, that they're going through.
And McIndoe still ranges right up on the back of Aaron Enright's car. He has nothing. Mitch Campbell ran at the final corner. Crosses the line for a well-deserved win. Aaron Enright with Nick McIndoe rocked on his clacker.
Well done.
Nice work from those boys. Mudgeway and Jeff Burst. Mudgy just sneaking past there in the last couple of laps. Brad Robinson, nice work from Brad in 6th. Vaughan Martin in 7th. Steve Melling in 8th. And again, nice work from Steve coming from pretty well the back of the pack. I think he was the last starter, so with a bit of a cut in qualifying. So nice work from Stephen. Good effort. It's getting dark out there. Kenny Simpson in 9th and Jordan Moss rounding out the top 10. Just coming up to the final corner. Glenn Dewar, he's clawed his way back, guys. 11th.
You don't expect to see him big.
No,
that's a big.
That's a nice effort, isn't it?
Great effort, yeah.
Yeah, great effort. Poor decision on the grid, really.
Yeah, Bear Grylls. Look, who is this Bear Grylls? I'm amazed. His performance tonight's been excellent. Lucas Saar giving him all sorts of grief towards the end of the race. So a couple of AM drivers there really going hard at it. Rowetty in the Laycock in the pit. Fudado and Warren Powell, Mike King also all in the pits. I don't think even Mike actually started, but there you go, guys. Wow, what a night with some of these top guys really making some of those, not hitting some of those 1%. Some 1%ers really making mistakes,
almost
isn't it?
Making some really professional errors.
Yeah,
there, Hey, you know, we could sort of call them out on that. Really, just some poor decisions on the grid, or maybe just hoping for something different. But yeah, not quite going the way they were sort of thinking it would. Obviously,
it's definitely made for an interesting night of racing, and like we've just been alluding to in the last 30 minutes, that, you know, like when it mixes it up like this, it is going to change the points up the pointy end, and it's going to make for a really good final round.
Yes,
for sure. Okay, let's get a few of the boys up here for some driver interviews.
Yes, and we'd like to welcome into the GoBro Hotbox podium position in P3. Welcome yet again, Slick. Congratulations, bro.
Kia ora, thanks.
Oh, kia ora there, cuz.
Nice.
Ka pai.
Cheer, bro, ka pai. And we love to have you back in here, mate. That was an awesome battle, bro, that we seen you there with Aaron, mate. Right to the wire, eh?
Yeah, that was epic. I was fucking enjoying that, man. Yeah, I threw it in on him, and then he threw it back on me, and it was cool.
It was awesome to watch. Clearly, if you're throwing around like that, cuts weren't an issue that time.
No, I didn't have any cuts in, so that was good.
Yeah.
Learned from the first race, eh?
Yeah, nice. And-
Actually, talk about cuts. Where were they all?
Oh,
well, they were
everywhere,
on the
man.
track, John. Yeah.
Everywhere, man. If you're running, you could actually cut internal apexes more than
Yeah.
you think, but a lot of them were the run wides out of 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
whatever.
everywhere.
Everywhere, man.
Everywhere.
Man,
So generally on the track somewhere.
but you and Aaron
That's
had
it.
a wicked race, bro.
That was a ding dong. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, look, you made the right call on the grid, and we saw some make the wrong call, bro. So, well done on your decision on the grid there. Was it something you were 50-50 on, or did you sort of know what you
Nah.
were doing there with the rain? Or
It was only 5 minutes of rain, so
yes,
you'd be, yeah. I didn't even think.
you'd be a fool to put wets on. You can say it.
No, I don't want to
No?
say that because our championship leader did that. But
That's where I was going with that. Yeah.
And we couldn't believe it when we saw one going and then two going, and then we saw the 34 going, and we all just shook our head.
yeah. Hey, that's what his strategy team told him to do, so he did that, and we went the other way.
Yeah, nice. And it was obviously the right decision, bro. So, well done, bro. We sort of called it that we always see you get stronger through the night, and you've done it yet again. So,
Yeah.
we
cheers.
hope to see you back here next week, mate, for the final.
Well, he took a big swing at Mitchie in the championship there and really closed the gap because Mitchie had a shocker in the first one, and you just took a P3 and a P3. So, Mitchie got a little bit back there in that race,
Yeah,
but
yep.
you've certainly closed the gap to him big time, man. Even it's even tighter at it's gone. it's a
Yeah,
big
just
swing
looking at the
other
point
end.
there. So, like, Nick, you were 25 points down on Mitchie. You might have gained a few, but yeah, it's
I don't think it's enough. Yeah.
it's probably not enough, isn't it? But
Well-
you've probably secured P3 at least at the moment in this championship. So, that's still an excellent effort, mate.
Yeah, we'll see. You
Yeah.
never count your chickens, mate.
Exactly. And your pigeons, to be
Nah,
honest. 'Cause we've
definitely
used
not.
some today, and they were fucking useless.
If you watch the stream back, you'll get
Yeah.
you'll get what he's
You'll
saying.
get what we're talking about
Copy.
after you watch
Okay.
the stream. The Asrnz racing pigeon let us
And
down.
they are hungry.
And thirsty, I
mate.
bet.
But look, hey, that'll be a
Yeah.
wake up call in the championship anyway for you boys up the top end of town because it only takes one mistake or a poor decision and you can get buried down that pack, and it's it's not over. It's certainly not over. A lot of points still to play out, and as a betting man, it's going to go down to the wire.
Yep. Get on the TAB, mate.
Yeah.
All right. You heard it here first, viewers.
Good
Chuck
stuff.
your money on Slick next week at
Yep.
TAB.
Yeah, throw a few pigeons at it.
And-
Okay, nice.
All right.
Nice
fellas.
work,
Thanks,
Nick.
bro.
Good on you, mate.
Cheers, boys.
Thanks. Cheers, bro. Thanks for your words.
So, yeah. Nick McAdoo, ladies and gentlemen.
Good fella.
Yeah, absolutely. And he sounded a lot happier after that race, and I heard him for a
Yes,
couple
he
of
did.
weeks.
He did.
It sounded like he really enjoyed that battle. So awesome stuff.
Awesome stuff.
Again, look, there
And-
really is the man of the night. I must say is Aaron Enright, and welcome to the booth, Aaron Enright. Congratulations, mate! Awesome night.
Cheers, guys. It's one of those nights. If only I still had a good neighbour next to me, I'd be rushing next door to have a couple of coffees and watch the
look,
stream
mate,
after
good
this.
neighbours are hard to find.
Look, Aaron, I was thinking about this as this was unfolding. That normally I'd ship over the fence and we'd be having a couple of coldies and watching the stream until like the small wee hours. And this is everything to celebrate, mate. This is a round win for you. 2 seconds. This is a round win. So congratulations.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Actually, you're right, John. This will be a round win for you, Aaron. Slick with 2/3. Glenno and Mitchie only featuring on the podium in one of each races. So yeah, no, well done, Aaron. This will be a round win for you, bro.
Oh, sweet.
Awesome.
That's first. Chalk that up.
Yeah, take it, mate. Take it while you can. It was great to see you have good pace. John Boy called it, actually. He got on the Aaron wagon early on in the piece, and you've come through for him. So
yeah, it was
good.
lucky. It was lucky that Glenn gambled with the wet tyre at the start there, and that otherwise he looked like he was going to bolt away with it, didn't he?
Yeah. So did you sit there and um and ah about that, or did you just go, nah, it's gonna
Nah.
be a slick all the way? You know.
Nah, it was only showing wet for the next 5 minutes or so, and it wasn't actually raining, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Like it looked like a
seemed to be
no-brainer to us, and we were quite surprised to see guys duck into the pits and change tyres.
And we saw a few too, didn't we?
Yeah, we
there was
did.
a handful of them.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there a bit of chatter in the comms leading into that about the decisions?
Oh, there was a few 4-letter words, and it's like, oh, you know, rain. Oh, if this, yeah. But anyway.
Yeah.
No, it was good.
Yeah.
It was cool. Good race with Mitchie, and then Nick was breathing down my neck at the end there. So yeah, that was heaps of fun.
Top stuff, bro. We love your work. Thank you for putting on a great show for us, the viewers, the commentary team. We do, we really enjoy this stuff. So, and it was great to see you up here, mate. It's great to talk to someone different for a change.
Yeah. Oh, well, look forward to watching it, and you guys keep up the good work.
Awesome
No worries,
stuff,
buddy. Thank you very much for your time, mate.
All right.
Congratulations, Aaron. Well
yeah,
done.
good
Cheers,
work.
man.
Nice work, Aaron.
Thank
Stop,
you.
bro.
Yeah,
Cheers.
mate. Aaron Enright, ladies and gentlemen, top effort from Aaron tonight.
Top effort.
We
from
don't
Aaron.
see him up
Top effort from
up in the comms box too often, but
No, we don't.
Man, he smashed it out tonight. So
Yes.
yeah, so well
He
done.
did. And can I just say that, John might have been on the Aaron wagon, but we heard it early on that Farmer was on the Mitchie wagon.
On the Mitchie wagon.
And he's come through again for him. Beautiful drive. Awesome stuff. Congratulations, Mitchie. Welcome to the GoBro Hotbox, mate.
Thank you, boys. Thank you.
Another awesome drive, bro.
Yeah, gosh. Put a pass on Aaron. I can't even remember how I did it, but then him and Slick managed to sort of battle it out, and that was my saving grace. Otherwise, look, I was prepared for a third, like, at worst. Like, I didn't know how it was gonna end, but nah, they sort of battled it out, and that obviously favoured me, so I was able to pull out just a nice little buffer there.
Yeah, even when you initially got in front of him, you didn't actually move that far from them. They held you there for a while, didn't they? They kept you honest.
Oh, mate, it was tough. It
Yeah.
was super competitive, those guys. I couldn't shake him. So credit to Aaron and Slick. Yeah. Epic racing. Super, super close all race.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitchie. Now, congratulations on the win. Well deserved. Look, there was a tough decision to make there on the grid for the tyre, and
or was it?
Or was it? Yeah.
Wow. Mate, honestly, no, it wasn't.
Yeah. Wow. Some other people got it certainly well wrong, and your main competitor in front got it wrong. How did you think about that going as that was unfolding?
I saw him dive into the pits, and as soon as I saw him do that, I was like, that's very unusual, because I looked at the weather tab, like, as we're about to start, and I was like, it's drying up in 5 minutes. Like, it was honestly a no-brainer for me, because I just figured the pit lane's incredibly long. You sit there, change tires. You're looking at I don't know how many seconds. I was just like, I didn't even contemplate it.
Yeah.
No.
But
and a super long pit exit too, isn't it? You don't just drive out onto the track, do you?
Yeah. You're better.
The time lost to us wasn't worth it.
No, just deal with 3 laps of wet track sort of thing.
Yes, and I made comment on early on I made comment on how Glenn was controlling the car when in these tricky conditions, and how he was the pioneer out front, but he had wets on, so no wonder why he was doing so good so early on, and but clearly a poor decision.
When I saw him searching for the wet stuff, I was like, oh, it's a bit weird, but anyway. And then he darted in. I was like, oh, like that just caught me off guard. And then he must have took the gamble, and sure enough, he did. And didn't pay off.
Well, Mitchie, you were 16 points behind him coming into this round. You've just taken 10 away from him, thereabouts.
I don't know. I think it's just the one. Because I had a shocker of a race one.
Yeah, he did lose a lot of points in the first race, John. Gained some back in the second, so I don't know that it'll be
as close,
as close as you maybe think. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it still could be a close to a net gain. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Race one, that was one to forget.
Oh, look, hey, mate, but it's been, look, just the action you guys have provided up the pointy end tonight has just been amazing. It's super close. Like, race one was next level. You know,
Oh,
like with
mate, it was
you guys spread across the track down the straights and then just back nose to tail through the corners. It was epic to watch. And again in race two, mate, you know, like with the wet conditions. So, man, fantastic.
super close racing all night. So so I was a little bit annoyed race one, but I think it was all fair. Like I think now that I reflect on it, but at the time I was a bit pissed off. I thought Mudgy was a bit too defensive, if you ask me. But I think in hindsight it probably wasn't. I don't know. Like that was just a heat of the moment. So I've calmed down a little bit.
We certainly did see the elbows out
Yeah,
there.
yes.
Yes, we did notice that. Yeah, it was great for us in the comms box. We didn't really sort of get the full gist about what was happening on track, but obviously an awesome battle from our point of view, and you know, it was really great to watch.
Fantastic, mate. Yeah,
And you came through for me, bro. You came through for me. I called it early on.
Mate.
So
Right.
You're welcome.
thanks for that, bro.
Yeah, Farmer bet all his egg and lettuce sandwiches, right, on you winning.
Not those egg and lettuce sandwiches, yeah. I mean, thank goodness for cricket, Jesus. As we go into Valencia and the Porsche for the final round, it's going to be great to see the PR guys line you and Mudgy up side by side at the signing autograph table. Can't wait to see that and reaction there. Who's lining up for the autographs at which table? Whew, you guys got the elbows out.
You know where I'll be.
Yeah,
All right, mate. You got my back.
nice work. Yeah,
Thanks, mate.
Fran will be down in the pits picking up bloody Mitchy merch. Okay, good work, Mitch. Awesome
Nice.
stuff.
Cheers, boys.
See you
Thank
next
you very
week,
much,
mate.
bro. Love your work, bro. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mudgy. Well done.
There, mate. Mitch Campbell.
And his
Richie.
Mudgy merch.
Mitchy and his Mitchy merch.
Mitchy merch.
Mitchy
Yes.
merch. Get onto that stuff, guys. It just www. Yeah, so awesome stuff.
Mitchy merch, yes.
Awesome stuff. Like John just mentioned. Next week we're at Ricardo Tormore in the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup car. Is it? Oh, it's the Cup class car. Yes. So the 992.
Yep.
Yes, the 992 GT3 Cup car. So yeah, that'll be great. Not historically known for a lot of passing. Will be interesting to see what does actually unfold throughout that track. I think qualifying will be crucial next week.
Yep.
And it's going to go down to the wire, hopefully for us here in the comms box to give this stuff to you viewers live.
Absolutely, and as we did tonight, and what a frigging awesome night it has been. It's really been a shake up, all the way through the field with all sorts of stuff going down, and plenty of passing going on. So yeah, been a really good watch tonight, guys.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. A few technical gremlins there on the track, but look,
yes.
hey, it all came together, and the show was fantastic. So yeah, loved it.
Yes, thank you everyone for staying tuned as usual. Yes, a couple of technical gremlins early on in the stream, but hope everyone has enjoyed it. It's been a pleasure again, Farmer and JB, and we'll say a good night for now. Join us again next week on a Thursday night for Ricardo Tormo in the Porsche 992 Cup cars. Good night, guys.
Thank you. Cheers for watching.